Hello everyone, welcome to my political journalism news channel. The story for today is female voters have made their disapproval of Barnaby Joyce's return to his role as Deputy Prime Minister clear in a shocking new poll. A new poll in 5 electorates being targeted by female independents has found a large group of women are less likely to vote for the coalition as a result of his re-elevation to the role of Nationals leader. The polling, conducted by the Redbridge Group, has been released on International Women's Day by Climate 200, which is backing a group of women running as independents at the federal election. The survey involved around 4,000 voters in Goldstein, Kooyong, Mackellar, North Sydney, and Wentworth, who participated in the poll via a touch-tone response in an automated phone survey. In the Victorian seat of Goldstein, 53% of respondents said they were less likely or much less likely to vote Liberal as a result of Mr. Joyce returning to the job. 1 in 3 voters were neutral and 13.8% were more likely or much more likely to vote coalition now that Barnaby Joyce was back. The divide was even more pronounced on gender lines, with 60% of female voters less likely or much less likely to vote coalition as a result of Mr. Joyce's reappearance on the front bench. Mr. Joyce quit the front bench in February 2018, after pressure over his relationship with his former press secretary Vicky Campion and an unrelated sexual harassment complaint that Mr. Joyce firmly denied. He is now engaged to be married to Ms. Campion and the couple have 2 young sons. The woman who complained about sexual harassment, rural advocate Catherine Marriott, had her identity leaked after she lodged a confidential complaint with the Nationals which she described as one of the most frightening things that you will ever have to live through. Mr. Joyce said the complaint was spurious and defamatory. The 8-month inquiry by the Nationals later found there was insufficient evidence to reach a conclusion. The seat of Goldstein is held by Tim Wilson. ALP strategists believe that Liberal MP Tim Wilson's primary vote in the seat of Goldstein has taken a hit, but is holding up better than some other colleagues. A big surprise is Treasurer Josh Frydenberg, who some Labour strategists believe is being forced into a marginal seat campaign in his previously blue-ribbon seat of Kooyong. A Liberal seat regarded as most likely to topple to an independent is the seat of Wentworth, which is now held by Liberal MP Dave Sharma but was previously held by independent Karen Phelps. Former independent Dr. Karen Phelps, member Climate 200 Advisory Council, said the polling would alarm Conservatives. The results of the polling should be a red flag for Scott Morrison. They are a clear reflection of the frustration that women in these communities feel about lack of progress on representation in Parliament, she said. Much has been promised, but little delivered. A majority of all voters in the survey said they supported steps to improve women's equity. However, there was stronger support among female voters in favour of women's equity across all questions and all electorates. A clear majority of voters in Wentworth, Mackellar and Goldstein, a range of 53 to 58%, think more women should be elected to Parliament. However, between 18 to 29% of voters depending on the electorate were unsure, and 18 to 25% said there should not be more women in Parliament. Female voters are more likely to support the notion that more women should be elected to Parliament, range of 58 to 70%. However, 20% of voters in North Sydney said there should not be more women in Parliament. In Goldstein, 18% said no to more women. According to the poll, in 4 out of 5 electorates, more Liberal Party supporters say no rather than yes to the question, should more women be elected to Parliament? A majority of all voters rate the performance of the Morrison-Joyce government poorly, but women tend to rate the performance lower than men. It's not rocket science, is it? Women want better representation for women in Parliament and they will get it from other women, Zoe Daniel, community independent candidate for Goldstein, said. That is all for today news. Thank you for watching to my channel. Please be sure to leave your comment and subscribe below for more news update.